yourself. We're going back there, it's this drop. It's going to be a jump here. At the end of it. I'm going to drop in a 40 real quick.
Dreamland. Make this finish out good. I need it. It's gonna give me more speed when I land. And I'll hold all that speed coming in. I need to build it up pretty much as tall as that tallest point there. Basically, I mean, you can kind of see how the wedge is missing its chunk right there. You know, just imagine that filled in.
So I was going to have to pack this thing, and then I figured out, as usual, gravity can help out. I just work out the water.
Totally just steamrolled the phone and then settled right where I needed to rest so I can kind of get it going for its next step. It's gonna probably just jump and go all the way down. I don't want that happening. I end up dragging it back up. I'm totally messing around. Oh yeah, it's going all the way. Oh, not bad. Watch this one. Oh, here we go. Alright, I got this from here now. One more move, maybe. That's logged off now. I'm about to sink that last hole.
Oh, no. Oh, not too bad, not all the way.
Thought I was gonna stick it. That's alright. I need to actually dig a little trench in there anyway. That's what I should have done. Thinking about it now, true caveman style would have been to dig a little trench. So I could have just settled right in there already. Missed my chance. There's always a smarter way. I made more work for myself messing around. Could have just placed the barrel careful, but at least it didn't go too far.
Pop something if I try to do that one-handed.
Leaned over in. Didn't one hand balance.
Frankenstein stopped it. Helping out.
Alright, so pretty much got that in place. I think I'm gonna call that good enough because it's just a landing wall, it's not a jump. Although, I'm seeing now, I think that as I'm constructing it, I'm probably gonna put a little bit of a, kind of like just a little bit of a side hit spot right in here. And maybe kind of carve this out so I can make a way to continue on, bypass the transfer kicker. I mean, and just for variety, and just because there's already a log there, I can make double use of it. You come in here, get a little booter right here. I don't know. Maybe kind of choose if I want to get in on that. Yeah, that's it. That gives an option to link this with a way that it wouldn't be otherwise. Because coming ahead now, I'm coming too fast. And I'm headed that way, full speed. So then, if I go around that, like this. Oh yeah, even just that right there, fill that up. And then still just kind of have like a mini gap here, but most likely I'll be aiming more.
Done planning. Back to action.
So I'll just kind of plop this in however it wants to sit. Oh, actually that's perfect there, because look how it fits look how it just fits perfectly with the shape of the downslope right there. It just sits right in there.
Flipping up and landing this time. I'll do like a little whirlwind thing. I'll be able to control it from all directions. Not chopping into the berm, but getting what I can from around. Don't hurt. Here's how it's looking. So it's pretty simple. From here, all I have to do is just fill in the frame.
dirt delegation.
That's a big ass pile I have going already. Delegate this to the correct direction. Find it to the correct place. Now it's almost going over without the bucket. Grab his next step. Keep my head down. Just a minute. Right here, too. Don't forget. That's down here. And like there's not an easy way, but there's an easier way. I got there with it. Worth it time. But it's not.
landing here. I'll find up nice. Maybe somebody died right there. It's started, guys. Didn't really matter that much, but I'm not probably even touching that spot anyway. It's not that going anywhere. There it is. And you can barely even see it or even tell that it's different because it blends in so well. But you can see the whole part there where the log is raised way up.
The storm continues. It's hailing, snowing. But, like I said, I don't stop. If I'm trying to wait until springtime to work on stuff, I'll go crazy. So, I can still see the dirt, I'm still gonna work. I decided that if I can get into some loose dirt, I can still get the log jump piled up and built up. And then all this moisture and everything that's on the way, this real wintertime stuff that's coming in now, that's gonna really get it packed in. So I want this jump to be full size and usable, at least by the end of winter. And what I realized is I've got this whole wide open hill here with a straight open shot that just goes all the way down, that I can either funnel into the speed alley jumps at the bottom, or I can just take the route out, or string it together with Flying Monkey or anything else I have in there. So I was realizing that I don't have to be restricted to landing here. And if I just build that up bigger now and make it the rock star it wants to be, then that can kick me as far as I want. I don't have to even worry about where the landing's going to be. I can hit it here. I can go 5 feet further. Or if I build it big enough and I just go all the way to the downslope by the other jumps there. First step is I gotta find some dirt, loose dirt that I can get into easily. I know I spilled a bunch on this side, but I got the dirt bag today, but I got it covered anyway.
Forgot to stuff a dirt bag in my pocket or something, so good thing I had an old bucket stashed out here from before I figured out the bag setter. So I'll just have to dirt bucket today. Same concept, I just need to find a nice soft slope that I can open up.
And I'll just pull whatever I can from the soft landing back into the jump too. So on it goes. Break up the landing too. That's getting me warmed up. Doesn't take long.
lot to work with for sure. Started snowing again now. Alright, I'll work what I have here and see how it's looking.
Storm's coming in. Well, I got a little taller from all that. It's gonna need a lot more dirt. Might do like I said at first and do a mid-frame in there. Save some space, pick up some space, and that way I'll use that much less dirt to just fill it out. It's gonna be an ongoing build with this one, but I'll be able to use it every step of the way. Like it is now, just still dirt, but a little taller, it's still usable. Try to get some more dirt on there. Jumps that I just put in are still early enough that they're kind of in the stage where I'm still just kind of trying to fill them up and keep them covered. Get them all built up, and then some of it falls away and bones start to stick up again, you know, so I just kind of keep filling it in until eventually it turns into something that stays. Small jumps are easier to build up and get them to last, but once you start doing something that's kind of getting more like 2 or 3 feet tall, it takes a while to get it shaped and built up right. Not bad though, but I'm gonna need to put more dirt on there. Take a step back and think on it for a second. Open up more dirt. Looking right in here. Not a whole lot though, maybe 1 or 2 buckets. Might have to open that up. Open back in there. Some of that good crumbly redwood in there was real good. It'll add a little more strength to the whole shit that I'm packing in there. I don't want to sleep so. work on that. That's a little new height on it.
Finished up for now, for its next stage at least. Got the log covered up nice and on the other side too. And just built up a little bit more. Just grab this root really quick because it's from this dead snag over here. I got all this good fresh stuff right here, but I'll be able to use it at any time. It's soft enough that even if it gets rained on real hard, it's still gonna be usable. I can just dig into it a little bit and it'll all be soft underneath. So all I'm gonna do is kind of just spread it out a little. So it just won't be in a weird pile. And then I can decide if I want to pack it down or if I need to open it up and use more, change the shape of it, but it'll be fine there. Probably end up using whatever else I can get from there. You got the little mosses like this, you know. They just need something to grow on. They grow everywhere. And the best, easiest way to grab them is when they're sitting on the sticks like this. And if you know you're going to have something that's going to be sitting for a while and you're trying to season it up, you can actually kind of like plant these on the sides to help firm it up, you know? So you just kind of spread them out like that. cool little trick to speed things along, help firm up weak parts when you're working in the forest. I'm just gonna grab a little more and kind of shag out that side a little bit, and then that's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna help to hold in that loose bit. Throw some of that around on some of the other weak spots too. Hold on here. It's all part of kind of just getting it seasoned. Oh, here we go. Super easy when it's just throwing on the sticks like this. And it definitely works faster if you can get it off in a nice big chunk with the roots and everything all intact, but it's pretty tough. It'll just grow however. But if you can get like a big piece that has big roots in it, that's gonna really dig in there and help hold everything. Some of this like older stuff that gets really thick on the old logs. Just find like some real thick fluffy stuff. There's a good one. Yeah. Nice big strip there. That's good for a whole edge. Landscaping out here. That's what it is. And you're just filling it in, you know. Looks pretty cool. Makes things look all old out here. And like this, like the jumps are just growing right out of the ground. It's pretty rad. And then, yeah, it's not just for looking cool. It's gonna help hold everything in here. Definitely. I mean, it doesn't really matter how you get it on there. It'll take off, but you get it root side down, and then obviously it's gonna have a better time going. This is a little bit of symbiosis with the forest here. This moss will have a good place to just make a nice carpet, and it's going to help hold my junk together. There's a good spot. Oh yeah. Look at that forest wizardry right there. This looks like it's been here forever. That's going to firm up that side. Started working on that side just a little bit. Just grabbing some stuff and throwing in there, but turned out pretty good because I got a little fern in this one too, so that's going to dig in and hold that corner of the peak right there. Just need like one good strip across the back side of that lip, and then that's going to dig in there and do its job real good. Like that. Check it out. You can just kind of like scoop in on it like this. Oh yeah, there it is. Doesn't really matter if it stays connected, but it just makes it a little easier. Then I can just grab the whole thing, and it's going to actually kind of just sit right on there. Cool. And then I'm going to just still be able to get in here and work this, even with the moss growing in here. All this will still be open and workable. And then even if I need to change the shape of the lip, I can just bury the moss. Once it turns in there real easy. To kind of like make it seem like you're jumping over a big pit, you know? Add a little thrill to it. Even though nothing would happen if you land in the ferns, it gives you something to jump over. Kind of a cool idea. And I think anybody would say that looks pretty rad. A constructed jump by molding back in, forming back into the forest. Pretty cool. Threw some on that one real quick like I wanted. That's awesome. Got that one all fixed up with fern on the corner. It's gonna give like a little arm duster once it gets tall. Brush against it. That's so cool. Workable. I can just sit there and chill. Same thing over here. Got some little ferns. They're gonna take off right on that corner. And it just makes like a cool marker for the edge. Another little duster. Something that probably only mountain bikers understand is how fun it is to just brush against bushes at high speed. For some reason, it just accelerates the feeling. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. Riders. Pretty good in here. I got it opened up in time for the rain coming on it. Rain, hail, and snow. Pretty good. It's nice and firm. I'm walking on it already. And I was just daydreaming, work dreaming. Always thinking on something else while I'm working on one thing. So I was already thinking that I need to cut that out. That tall spike. Dracula head holder. And then this is definitely going to be a good spot for a jump like I was saying.
Before I start throwing this on there. this rough stuff here. I'll pull sticks out of it before I grab it. Still all floppy. So I can tape the brakes on there better.
Enough to get a fresh layer on there. Backing down good. Digging down and building up. All I really did was just get a fresh layer on it. I didn't have much height yet. Gotta keep going. It's actually tall.
all packed out underneath. We're not losing anything anymore. It's getting stomped or knocked away. We're starting to build on it now. Now the build is getting totally separate from any kind of wood frame. I mean, it's built up high enough now. Pretty good. I'll throw another couple on there real quick.
I got out here and just kind of busted up something real quick. Got a lot more height on here now. Phone always makes everything look shorter. Lower. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Nice side shot. Yeah, never mind, you can tell. I got about maybe a foot and a half on there. If you kind of include like the bottom of the pyramid shape. Can't hard to tell, at least a foot. At least a foot. So that was like 4 or 5 buckets, so that tells me that it's about like 4 buckets. Or nice full buckets per foot of height. So I can kind of plan on that. So I just got 2 big fatties out of that scrapage. But it's really piling up now because, like I said, everything underneath is all hard packed. So anything I put on it just goes straight to height. It doesn't disappear into it at all. Got a chunk of some stuff, so mess with it. Little plant here. Just plop that on the side to hold some stability. Roots. Any little bit of roots, once the jump's made, roots growing through it are good. They'll help hold it together. That's turning full vert on the lip now. That's not what I'm looking for because it's not tall enough to have that kind of shape. That's what I thought. I'll have to cut some stairs in it. Not a problem. Got it down by now. It's nice once you know the techniques, you don't even have to think about it anymore. You don't have to worry about if stuff is going to come out the right shape or not. You just use the techniques and you know. You can even start to figure out after a while how many stairs you have to cut into kind of what size of jump to change the shape of it just the way you want. You start to see exactly where every little bit of dirt needs to go. It's an art form. Jump sculpting. fill all my dirt and everything's just gonna be better. Definitely need the snow to get out of here now.
Foot coming down just makes it sound like a tire hitting off of it full speed. Yeah. That's how you know you have a jump starting to finish up, when you hear that good scrape. You can tell by the sound of it when it's done. When you start hearing that scrape, that whoosh, that's when you know you're getting there. I guess then I could almost just build jumps with my eyes closed at some of the stages. I'm actually doing this with my eyes closed right now. I can tell just by the sound when I'm hitting the squishy stuff. Pretty crazy. Now I'm looking though.
But yeah, I guess, sort of. I can kind of build jumps with my eyes closed. And one-handed. Right hand's holding the phone. This is gonna be a nice one. It already is, but it's just gonna get better and better.
It's looking real good.